what you want me to speak about. Maybe we can start with you guys. What do you want me to speak? You want to hear my story where I came from, or you want to start the story from where we are here, or you want me to start the journey from Subal?
Journey from.
Okay, now, of course, there are a lot of things which I have done. Recently, I have done a very nice thing which I want to share with you. I have been putting some posts on Facebook just to inspire the people and inspire the kids generally. There was a post of mine and Imtiaz Wani, and their president. I told him, I said, this is what the concern is. Since my uniform, we are not allowed to wear dupatta. I need your permission to wear dupatta because that's what Kashmir wants. That's what people of Kashmir want. And if that makes a difference, I would want to wear a dupatta. He said, I'm really thankful to Captain Ashim Mitra. He immediately sent me a message. He said, Sami, you can wear whatever dupatta you like. And I'm immediately sending a message to our uniform company to design wear it. So I think day before, I think it was on 7th, there was a first flight was done from Hyderabad to Raipur and back by a girl in hijab, and that was me. And I announced it. Okay, Zohar Sahab, aap hai? Hi. Thanks for coming. Okay, so I had announced it and I had made it online. I had told everybody, I had promised everybody, so from now onwards, whenever you see me, you'll see me in hijab, and I will be covering my head with a dupatta, because that's what was the main problem in Kashmir. So if this makes a difference, I am doing it. I'm doing whatever it takes to make children get to books, get to pens, and do the best and excel. Okay? So that was the recent thing. And other thing, today my husband is here, and my life has been very, very, very difficult. Even today, not in my childhood, even today it is very, very difficult. I get up at 3 in the morning, I get up at, I don't sleep enough. I sleep for sometimes for 3 hours, sometimes for 4 hours. Sometimes I don't get sleep at all. And I want to tell you all this difficulty God has given me, but among all the difficulties, He has given me a gift. A gift I have not spoken about. I'm really possessive about that gift, and I don't want to talk to many people about that gift. And that gift is my husband, and he has been wind beneath my wings. I'm really possessive about him, and that's why I don't talk so much about him. He was telling me yesterday night, you didn't speak about me. So I still, when he's 50 years old, I'm still very possessive about him, and I don't want to talk too much about him. I'm little superstitious about him. So I love him, and he's always been there for me. He's always pushed me, and whatever I am today is because of my teachers, because of my in-laws, my parents, and of course because of my husband. Because he's never stopped me from doing what I have wanted to do. Even today I wanted to come here, he said, I'll come with you. So he's here. So anyway, शुरू से शुरू करते हैं. I'm from Sumbal. I'm from Sumbal, Manipura. Please don't put any of my pictures without Facebook, because I have promised yesterday, day before yesterday, in candid classes to public, I have promised them that you'll always see me with the dupatta. Of course, these girls will teach me how to do it properly. I have to take some classes later. So I tried to put the pin, but it's not staying. So I will learn. I promise to learn. Okay. So शुरू से शुरू करते हैं. I was born in Sumbal. Sumbal में हम लोग 5 बहनें थी. एक सिर्फ सबसे बड़ी वाली बहन थी, वो श्रीनगर में रहती थी. हम 5 बहनें सुंबल में रहती थी. 4 बहनें सुंबल में रहती थी. मैंने जितने भी वहाँ के प्राइमरी स्कूल, मिडिल स्कूल, वो गवर्नमेंट के स्कूल थे, विच आर इक्वल टू दीज स्कूल्स जो म्यूनिसिपलिटी स्कूल्स यहाँ पर रहते, दे वर समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो आई हैव स्टडीड फ्रॉम देयर. वी यूज्ड टू सिट ऑन द फ्लोर एंड स्टडी. Those days there was no light, there was no electricity, there was no electricity, there was no water, there was limited food. All my childhood I was hungry. I got enough food. It's not that I didn't get food, but I always wanted more. I wanted more. And उस ज़माने में हम, of course वो सब आप लोग नहीं कर सकते, वो हमारा नसीब में था. हम लोग एप्पल चोरी करके लाते थे और एप्पल खाते थे. So I have studied from there. I did my 8th from middle school. जब मैं 9th में गई, unfortunately there was no school for girls, so I had to go to a boys' school, which was of course it worked better for me because इतने सारे लड़कों में एक लड़की थी और I did best. I tried to do better than them because उनके सामने मैं शर्माई और अगर मैं किसी ने so I did better. After that, I did 11th from Hajin High School, Higher Secondary School, 11th and 12th. There were one or two girls, but they were in arts. Only then from women, I used to go MA Road by bus. And I have not shared this with anybody so far, which I am telling you now. My father used to give me 5 rupees. There was 2 rupees going up and 2 rupees coming back, and 1 rupee was from Batmalno se jaate the na log, Batmalno se Amrakadar tak. But I used to save that 1 rupee just to have an ice cream. I used to walk. I used to walk to the college so that I could save that 1 rupee and have an ice cream. Because every girl over there, they used to show off and they used to have ice cream. So I didn't have enough money. I used to save that 1 rupee just to have an ice cream. So I used to walk those 3 kilometers to the school, to the college and come back. Anyway, so my father wanted me to be a doctor, but he had a lot of expectations, a lot of hopes. When I was growing up only, I was very good in English. I don't know how. I had picked up English very early and I used to speak in English. And I'm sorry I didn't like Urdu so much. And if you ask me something in Urdu, 8वीं जमात में ही मैंने टीचर्स को बोला था मुझे ये कुछ समझ नहीं आता है ये उर्दू अलिफ it was too difficult for me. You guys are much more intelligent than me. You're doing PhD in Urdu. मेरे को 8वीं में मैंने छोड़ दिया था. 8वीं में मैंने अपने हाथ ऊपर कर दिए थे because for me it was very difficult. So anyway, तो 8वीं में जब मैं history geography I said I write it in English because मेरे को उर्दू बराबर से आती नहीं है. So I was the only student who wrote history and all in English instead of Urdu. So they had written to the board of school, board of Kashmir that she'd write it in English because उसको उर्दू खराब है. She cannot write Urdu properly. Anyway, so college, daddy wanted me to be a doctor, but friends and something better. He was saying, what better can be there for than a doctor? I mean, he was surprised. He said, what better can you do? तुम क्या हवा में उड़ोगी? I said, so that the gentleman, if you speak English, he said, okay, I think you should start working immediately. I said, okay, I will come from tomorrow. I'll come. So you will not believe whatever time he had given me. He had given me 10 o'clock time, and I reached at 9:30. I reached half an hour before. I told this before all. So I was there. He said, "बेटा क्या पढ़ रहे हो?" मैंने बोला ये छोटी सी बुक थी IS की, तो इसकी बुक पढ़ रही हूँ मैं. मेरे को IS करना है. He laughed at me actually. So he must have said, "What an innocent child she is. She doesn't know what to read." Because guidance नहीं थी उस time. जैसे आप लोगों को guidance है, उस time guidance नहीं थी. तो he said, watched me. I was walking in the office. I was doing some work. He said, "You know what? You do one thing. You apply. There's an ad yesterday in yesterday's paper, and they need air hostesses. They have acquired some 50-60 Airbus 320 aircrafts, and just apply for an air hostess. You may get in." I said, "ठीक है, तुम्हारा applied," and I go. It was just right for me because I was tall, slim. I can speak for hours, so I could speak. So they immediately took me, and I came back. I told police I had to leave. He was a very generous man. He said, "No problem, whatever. ground हो जाएंगे." Anyway, मुंबई में मैंने काम करना शुरू किया. वहाँ पर मेरे से भी छोटी लड़कियाँ थी. 1-2 लड़की एक आई थी बंगाल से. पापिया उसका नाम था. वो मेरे से 2 साल छोटी थी और 2-3 लड़कियां थी. हम लोग एक छोटे से रूम में हमने एक छोटा रूम ले लिया था किराए पे. उसको हमने हायर कर लिया था और हम लोग फ्लाइट करना शुरू कर दिए थे. ट्रेनिंग हैदराबाद में हुई थी. उसके बाद में बॉम्बे गए थे. बॉम्बे में हम लोग छोटे से रूम में 4-5 लड़कियां रहती थी. लाइन से सोती थी और कब सुबह में उड़ जाती थी. कोई भी किसी का यूनिफॉर्म पहन के निकल जाती थी क्योंकि एक साइज की सब थी. तो कोई भी यूनिफॉर्म पहन के निकल जाती थी और सुबह 3 बजे कभी उठते थे, कभी 4 बजे उठना पड़ता था, कभी 5 बजे उठना पड़ता था. तो इसी दौरान मेरे मम्मी डैडी मिलने आए. तो जब मेरे डैडी ने देखा कि कितना मेहनत कर रही है ये, कितना, बिकॉज एरोस्टेस का काम बहुत ज़्यादा हार्ड वर्क होता है। पायलट का काम तो कुछ भी नहीं है, हम लोग तो टेक ऑफ करके अच्छा ऑटो पायलट लगा दिया तो बस हो गया। मैं सच्चाई बोल रही हूँ। अच्छा, ऑटो वाले लगा देते हैं तो मतलब where the position where we have reached, Ali and me, he is also commander and I am also commander. He is much more senior than me. So where we are today, we just put the autopilot on and the rest somebody else does the work. Dirty work is done by somebody else. So तो ये जो एरोस्टेस का काम था बहुत बहुत मुश्किल था। मेरे डैडी ने देखा तो he became very happy. He said ठीक है अब तुम ये कर रहे हो, तो he became again friends with me and started talking to me and all that. So then he said, ठीक है, तो they left because it was just initial 1 month में आए थे वो he left. Then I come to Kashmir एक दो बार, फिर मैं 2-3 साल हो गए थे। 2-3 साल के बाद मैं suddenly I realized ये सुबह सुबह मैं उठ के nail polish लगा रही हूँ, lipstick लगा रही हूँ, साड़ी पहन रही हूँ. What is this? This is not what I'm going to do after 30-40 years and I will be again. मेरे को कुछ समझ नहीं आया. So at that time I saw young girls flying the plane. So I applied for the visa, my visa to go to US to do my flying, but it got rejected. So then after that I met Ali and me and other people around me. There was Juhi and there was so many other people. We together, they helped me to gather the information, gather the papers, and I got everything together and I went to US. Of course पैसा बहुत चाहिए था. I went back to my father. I told my father मेरे को इतना पैसा चाहिए इसके लिए. उन्होंने मुझे जो भी उनके पास पैसा था उन्होंने जमा करके इधर से मेरे को दे दिया. फिर एक sports, because I was very active in sports during my college time. जो 11th से फाइनल ईयर था उसमें मैं एनसीसी में भी थी और उसमें नेशनल्स में, तो उसको लेकर मुझे आजाद साहब ने, गुलाम नबी आजाद ने लोन दिलाया था 1 लाख रुपए का. सो और मेरी सिस्टर ने कुछ पैसा दिया था, घर वालों ने उधर पैसा जमा करके, बट स्टिल इट वाज शॉर्ट. आई वेंट टू यूएस और यूएस में मैंने एक रिकॉर्ड कायम किया which is really a record, and I don't think anybody has had that record today. My husband was telling me yesterday, why are you talking about that record so much? But it is a record by itself. I have finished my CPL in 3 clear months. 3 clear months. So which was a record, and it is still a record. I hope somebody breaks it, but I don't know. It looks quite impossible for me to think that anybody can record. I've done it in 3 months, and generally people do it at minimum 7-8. Minimum is 7 to 8 months, and generally people finish it in 2 years because it's a very taxing course. It's like you have to first pass the exams. First, it starts with the medical, then you have to pass the exams. There are different papers. You have to study. You have to understand. Then you have to fly. पहले इंस्ट्रक्टर के साथ फ्लाइट करते हैं and then we have to fly. You have to, only when he is satisfied that you can fly as a solo, then he will release you. Then you will be flying on your own. Then you will be doing cross countries. So मेरे साथ भी ऐसे ही हुआ था. When I reached US with थोड़ा बहुत पैसा, I had transferred all the money to my husband's elder brother's account. He was in Dubai that time. Of course, he's helped me a lot also. Bhajan has been a lot of inspiration because of him, and me. We are married because of Bhajan. So thanks to him also. I had transferred all the money to him because it could not come from Bombay to US. It could come only via Dubai. So जो भी मेरे पास पैसा था सब मैंने उनको दे दिया था. When I reached US में मेरे को टेक्सास जाना था. टेक्सास is down south पहुंची. टेक्सास में पहले दिन उन्होंने मेरे को first day they introduced me to my instructor. My instructor, he said, okay, so we'll take another 2-3 months to study, and then we'll start flying, and then we'll pass the papers. After that, we'll decide. I said, hello, I don't have so much time. I've got only 3 months. I have to finish the 3. He said, it's not possible. I said, no, but I have to try. He said, it's not possible. He said, prove me wrong. I said, I will prove you wrong. And I actually proved him wrong. I finished it in 3 months. So he said, okay, I said, no, I was stubborn. I said, no, let's start at least. Let's give it a try. And he started, and I said, I will pass the papers within few months, and you don't worry about the papers. Papers is my problem. तो papers के लिए भी pass करने के लिए ना हमको ऐसा होता था, if you studied with another, this was a flying instructor. If you studied with a ground instructor for the teaching you how to fly a plane, what is the angle of attack, what is primary flight controls, what is secondary flight controls, what is engine, how does it work, उसमें भी मेरे को पैसा देना पड़ता है और वो भी महंगा, उतना महंगा हो जाता है। तो मैंने इन स्कूल वालों को, आई थॉट आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स। आई टोल्ड देम, ऐसे मेरे पास इतना पैसा नहीं है, क्या कर सकते हैं? दे सेड ओके ठीक है, ऐसा कर सकते हैं, वी कैन गिव यू अ कैसेट। उन्होंने मुझे कैसेट दिया, टीवी दिया, रूम दिया। सो आई केप्ट रिमाइंडिंग इट। पहले 2-3 दिन तो बिलीव मी कुछ समझ नहीं आया। वो उनका जो टेक्सन लैंग्वेज है, इट इज वेरी हेवी, इट्स वेरी 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 हेवी। तो कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था वो क्या बोल रहे थे, कुछ कुछ बोल रही थी। मेरा इंग्लिश तो बहुत ही हिंदुस्तानी इंग्लिश था और कश्मीरी इंग्लिश था। So what I kept rewinding it, I didn't understand. Then I went back to her. I said, I'm not understanding this. She said, oh, I will give you something to back it up, the system. She gave me a book, which I bought for $23 that time. She said, you read this, then you watch that. So you will understand it. So I started reading that 2-3 chapters. फिर मैंने वो देखा, it became so easy. I got 97% in that exam. Believe me, I finished that, I think, less than whatever time, maybe 10 या 12 या 13 दिन में मैंने वो एग्जाम PPL पास किया. The minute my examiner saw, meanwhile I was doing solos with him. एक 70 years का man था, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I think my husband may be knowing it. I 70 years का man था. He used to take me on a flight to do circuits. Circuits करते करते, when he saw me performance in passing the PPL with 97% in 10 days I had passed, he said, wow. So one day he said, he took me, I went there, he runway पे उसने जहाज रोका, he got down. He said, go. I said, sir क्या कर रहे हो? He said, go, you are ready. And I went, and after that I've just been flying. Okay, that was the day, and I did my solo, and after that I finished my instrument, then I finished my CPL, and after I got my FA CPL, I came back to India. Of course, वहाँ भी एक बहुत खूबसूरत चीज़ ये है कि जब मैं वहाँ पर थी तो have you people heard before me talking about this, or you? I don't want to bore you guys. Have you heard this or you have not heard?
No, first time.
हाँ?
First time.
First time, very good, very good. Okay, in US में भी क्या हुआ था? मैंने when I was there, I did not know how to drive a car. So मैं so I had gone to fly a plane, but मुझे ड्राइविंग नहीं आती थी. तो मेरा स्कूल कुछ साइकिल. So वो लोग भी हंसते थे, बोलते थे ये लड़की आई है, इसको गाड़ी चलानी नहीं आई है, आती है, और ये प्लेन चलाना सीखने आ गई. तो anyway, so मैं अपनी CPL वहाँ से लेके आ गई और मेरे पास CPL लाइसेंस था लेकिन ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस नहीं था. तो मैं वापस इंडिया आ गई और इंडिया में DGCA डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ सिविल एविएशन जो है, उन्होंने फिर I gave it to them, I gave them all the papers, all the documents. They were also surprised. ये 3 महीने में तू कैसे करके आ गई? I showed them the newspaper which they had printed over there. When I had finished it, it had come in the papers that there's a girl, Indian girl, who's come and she's finished it in 3 months. So they put it in the paper. So I showed him the paper. I said, look, it is here. They contacted, they saw the stamps, and of course they have to be sure that it is actual, it is the real one, because people can fake it also. So they got it verified and they gave me Indian CPL. For that also I had to pass an exam, which again I passed the exam over here. I did classes in Delhi with Dugal sir to get a CPL. There's nobody before that. My license number is 2928. There's nobody before that. Everybody's after that, and I hope more and more girls come in. And I go to villages in Sumbal. I go to so many villages. Bandipura. I want to go to Bandipura. If you can, please arrange something. I really want to go to Bandipura. In the schools, the Sarkari schools, I talk to the girls, and I want more and more girls. Of course, not to become pilots, because सब तो पायलट बन नहीं सकते. किसी को देश चलाना है, किसी को डॉक्टर बनना है, किसी को पायलट को पढ़ाना है. तो सब लोग तो पायलट बन नहीं सकते, but at least to inspire them. So I want to go to all the schools. Whoever has got connections in Kashmir, I would want to go there and meet the girls. Maybe looking at my uniform, they may say, अरे हम लोग भी थोड़ा पढ़ाई कर लेते हैं. उस हिसाब से शायद वो पढ़ लेंगे और आगे कुछ एक दो बच्चे भी उनकी लाइफ चेंज हो जाएगी तो मेरे को खुशी हो जाएगी. I will be happy. So anyway, after I completed my this CPL from DGCA gave me Indian CPL, and I think 94 में it was March 94. I had come back somewhere in New Year's के टाइम पे मैं USA वापस आई थी. तो उस टाइम पे फिर there were no jobs. because flying was so expensive. It was really expensive. There was only two airlines, Indian Airlines and Air India. So what we were doing, there were no jobs. They were not hiring pilots. So I continued to be. The ad had come, and I applied for it because that was the last choice for me, last chance for me actually. I applied for it, and I was getting closer to 30, so I applied for it. I said I must get into this ad. So I was studying a lot. I was studying day night, and baby मेरा छोटा था, अभियान बड़ा वाला 17 months का था. And I remember it was Ramzan ka mahina. I'm not showing off, but I keep roza. Me and my husband, we always keep, he keeps 30 roza, but I keep around 24, 25. So जब मैं 22 या 24 रोजे पे पहुंची तो मैंने अली को बोला, I think I am on a family day because there is something wrong. मेरे को चक्कर भी आ रहा है and रोजा I have reached 24th रोजा, there is something wrong. So he said नहीं तुम पता नहीं क्या बोल रही हो, because तुम छोटा बच्चा है, तुम पढ़ाई भी कर रही हो, रोजा भी कर रही हो, this is too much, you should not keep roza. Actually he was right because I had a small baby also. He said you cannot be pregnant, it's maybe कुछ होगा, बीमार थोड़ा कमजोरी आ गई होगी. So I called that kit and I checked and it showed pregnancy. He did not believe that I was pregnant second time. So I had these two small children, one was inside, one was outside, and I had this major, huge exam coming up, which I had to pass. And I think ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को जो कुछ भी दिया है, जितना कुछ भी दिया है, वो सब एक साथ दे दिया, 2 बच्चे दे दिए और जॉब भी दे दिया, which was a very nice thing. So that time I went to my mother-in-law. I said ऐसा हो गया. I cried, but she was very nice. She was very supportive. She said कोई नहीं, ऊपर वाले का है, ऊपर वाले ने दिया है, तुम क्यों डर रही हो? You will be able to do it. And then we came back. I sat for that exam, and I did very well in that exam. Ali was, of course, there all the time during that exam. He was like shivering outside. इसका नाम अभी announce करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे? My name was announced last, but they said last but least, Captain Samiyara, who stopped that whole exam. So till then उनको ऐसा हो रहा था कि इसका तो शायद नाम नहीं आया. But of course मेरे बच्चों का नसीब था कि मुझे वो जॉब मिल गया. And then we came back home and I started my training in Hyderabad. My sister came to take care of the elder child, and while I was pregnant with one child, I did my performance and technical course. Performance technical होता है जो टेक्निकल होता है जहाज के बारे में हम पढ़ते हैं. 320 पे मेरे को ले गया था. उसमें मतलब APU है, इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टम है, hydraulic system है. So many systems are there. I think 26 systems है which we have to study. Not from the point of view of an engineer, but from a point of view of a captain. If something goes wrong, I have to know what is what. If my hydraulic system, I lose a hydraulic system, I know what are the repercussions, what I'm supposed to do. So all that, so abnormalities, so usko technical course bolte hain, and then performance course. Performance is this aircraft, what is the performance of this aircraft, how high it can go, how many passengers it can take, how much runway it needs. So all that performance and technical I did with one baby inside. I was pregnant and I throughout nobody knew, no except one. There was one boy. I had only told him. Ali had told me, please tell your friend. He was a very close friend of mine. He was just like my brother, Prakash Hardabare. I had only told him, अगर मेरे को चक्कर वक्कर आ गया क्लास में, तो this is what it is. I am pregnant second time and I'm doing this course. It's a very taxing course. So he said, अच्छा ठीक, अरे यार तुम लोग ऐसे कैसा कर दिया? I said, now nothing can be done. It's happened, so I have to do it. Anyway, after when I reached 7th month, we finished the exams. Again, I did better than the most of them because there was nothing else to do but to study. Whenever I did something, I did it the best. So मैं पढ़ाई कर रही थी, and Ali used to come and go. I was in Hyderabad. He used to come on Saturday and go back on Monday. And at the end, my baby, he took him back because I had to study a lot. So he used to bring him once in a while to see me because I was missing him a lot. तो उस टाइम पे मैंने जब एग्जाम खत्म किया, and then they told me, now you finished the exam, now you have to start simulator. Simulator is a डब्बा, one काला सा डब्बा होता है जिसमें जो कॉकपिट का कॉपी रहता है, Xerox copy of cockpit. So we sit in that and we simulate to fly. It's a fake flying, but actually we are flying. So they told me you have to hit the simulator now. So to hit the simulator, you have to wear a uniform, you have to wear a pant. So all these times, all the 7 months, I was wearing a bada sa thela, I was wearing a bada sa shalwar kameez, you know, so that nobody can come to know what I am wearing. So when I hit the about to hit the simulator, I told them, I said, I cannot do it. They said, why? I said, then I went and I told one of my seniors, I said, I'm pregnant second time and I'm 7 months pregnant. Now, because 3 महीने में आई थी और 4 महीने हमारा course था, it is 7 months now, I have to go back and I have to deliver, and when I come back after delivery, then I will do the rest of the course. So it became a very big thing over there. अरे ये कैसा हो गया? I said, I promise you I will come immediately back. So they let me go. I came, delivered. 3 महीने में मैंने वापस वन में आया, छोटा वाला, he was 3 months. I did my medical, I was cleared in the medical, and I came back to Hyderabad with again two छोटा बच्चास, and I started my flying. And I was released before the rest of the 17 people. I was the first one to release in that group. So basically, I did मैंने दो काम एक साथ कर लिए. एक तो performance technical course कर लिया और ऊपर से बेबी भी पैदा हो गया. So जब अपने को कुछ किसी चीज का करना होता है तो you just have to इरादा करना चाहिए, बस that's all. So once you do that, कुछ भी possible है, anything is possible. You just have to decide it. You just have to decide कि हाँ मुझे करना है, तो वो ऊपर वाला आपको रास्ता दिखाएगा ही दिखाएगा, ठीक है. And उसके बाद मैं I have been flying, and I think I'm taking too much time, I'm talking too much, maybe Modest. I can continue, okay. So after that, I have been working with Indian Airlines. I worked till 2009 तक मैं as a co-pilot fly कर रही थी. Co-pilot का मतलब होता है right से fly करते हैं, right hand से. Okay, then Indian Airlines is very very conservative in giving command to people. They take little more time. They let you fly longer time, and then they move you to the left. Left में जब हम fly करते हैं तो बाएं हाथ का खेल हो जाता है. Like अरे तो अभी तुम लेफ्ट हैंड से उसको कमांडर बोलते हैं, 4 स्ट्राइप्स आ जाती है. तो मैं राइट पे थी 2009 तक. तो 2009 तक जब मेरे को कमांड मिली, तो आफ्टर दैट आई कंटिन्यूड वर्किंग इन इंडियन एयरलाइंस, बट माय हस्बैंड लेफ्ट. ही वेंट टू few airlines. I can write a book on the airlines because he's worked in a lot of airlines. Because of that, he was unemployed for 1 year also, because Kingfisher बंद हो गई. पहले तो वो इतना बड़ा जहाज चला रहा था, but suddenly Kingfisher बंद हो गए. He was there for 1 year. So after that, of course, he joined Indigo. Then when he joined Indigo, the Indigo people told him, get your wife also here. I was not much interested, but then there was some problem going on in Air India. So we went for there was a get together in Mumbai. We had gone there. So again, Captain Ashimitra ki baat aa rahi hai. So he was talking like me. So I was sitting over there. So he was talking up to the mic. I said, yeah, Captain Ashim. He was not my boss that time. I said, Captain Ashim, just give me the mic. I want to speak now. He said, what do you want to say? I said, I want to say something. So I said something regarding the airline. So they all were happy, and they all were like, it was like a celebration over there. I mean, she could speak, and she could speak in front of VP Ops, Vice President. So he again came in front of me and he said, Sami, when are you joining me? When are you joining us? I said, tomorrow. So anyway, of course, I didn't join tomorrow. I took some time and I discussed with Ali, and Ali said, yeah, come here, you know, it's better here. So now I am with Indigo. I'm flying as a captain here in Indigo, and I continue to be here. I am hoping to be retiring from here. Company is nice. They're treating us well. And recently I have been trying to get night landing into Kashmir. इंशाल्लाह अपने को नाइट लाइनिंग कश्मीर में आएंगी तो आप लोगों को बहुत फायदा होगा. और सबसे बड़ी बात तो मैं ये कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि यहाँ से एक डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट हो श्रीनगर के लिए. वो मैं आपके लिए, आप लोगों को ताली बजाने की जरूरत नहीं, मैं आपके लिए नहीं, मैं मेरे लिए कर रही हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे श्रीनगर ज्यादा जाना है. तो मैं महीने में 4 बार श्रीनगर जाती हूँ, ठीक है. तो बस, और ये मेरी कहानी है. Anybody wants to ask anything, as he said, nobody is allowed to ask questions, but you can ask whatever you want. You can ask me my age also. I will tell you, answer is 22. Okay, I'm not more than 22. Okay, so whoever wants to ask, whatever, please ask.
Let that be at the end of the session.
Okay.
We will have questions for that at the end of the session. Other people.
Sure. Which was asked to me in members. That's a lovely program. It was given the number. लास्ट aku minute rood last month margin benin कोरन क्या एक पैगाम दे सकते तो मैंने पैगाम बराबर नहीं दिया था उस टाइम पे मैंने उनको बोला था खुद ही को कर बुलंद एंड ऑल दैट बट ही हैड आस्क्ड मी टू आंसर इन कश्मीरी सो अभी मैं कश्मीरी में बोलूंगी अब अली को समझ नहीं आएगा बट मैं कश्मीरी में बोलूंगी बेन प्लीज तुम वनो पाने निमन शुरन तचवा रहमत पेमसन ये कश्मीरी सुमनज कूर है कि पायलट बने तो क्या गो तुम वनो प्राइम मिनिस्टर Thank you very much. I love you all.
Such a jolly figure and such a wonderful talk. दौरान गुफ्तगू हमारी कैप्टन सिमियारा साहिबा के 2-3 चीज़ें मैंने